Welcome, 2020 Greensboro 48-hour film project. I appreciate every single person that is here, and I know all of those that are going to be helping you this weekend. These are challenging times, but we're taking an adventure together and making this happen. I had the option to postpone the 48, and I thought, no, if I do that, then we get into the school year, and it's just let's try to make it happen. And so that's what we're doing. And as a result, I'm the only one in the country that decided that this was a good thing to do this early. So I'm kind of the guinea pig. We're trying a lot of things. We're uh, taking steps necessary to try to make sure that everybody's safe. Congratulations, everybody turned in their safe set certificate. If you don't have one or don't know about it, if you just Google safe set certificate or ask your team leader about it, they can give you the link. It's free, it's easy, and it gives you some basic good information on safety things that you might not think about on a film set. I didn't say my name is Iris, in case you don't know, but I think I know most everybody that's in the room in one way or another. Um, and I'm the city producer. So yeah, I'm trying to pull all this together. I want to thank we have a couple of sponsors this year. One of them is Saturnscape Pictures, which is run by Stephen Van Vuren, which he's also our editor for putting together the screenings. A lot of you know Stephen. He's made the IMAX movie in Saturn's Rings. He knows his stuff, and he's even done some workshops for us. And I think Randy Harris was the one that kept saying, "I didn't know what I didn't know until I saw Stephen," because he's just an abundance of knowledge. Um, so I'm fortunate to have him as an editor, and uh, he just started this new company, and it's offers low budget production and distribution, especially for like local filmmakers. We have a lot of people that make horror films around here, and so he's really into that. But he can help you with production and distribution of low budget films. So keep him in mind. That's Saturnscape Pictures, and then we've got River Run International Film Festival, which they had to cancel this year, like a lot of film festivals, but they're still doing some screenings and things, and still making their presence known. And then the Piedmont Triad Film Commission came on board this year, and they're really doing a lot trying to encourage the local legislate, the state legislature to bring back some of these film incentives and make it more approachable for local filmmakers. So I'm really happy to have the sponsors that we have on hand. Um, we've got and also on the global level, we've got the Wright brothers, Movie Magic Screenwriters, and they provide a prize to our city winner. So lots of good stuff in spite of all the limitations that we have. So with that, I also want to mention Jen is a volunteer for us, Jennifer. So if you see her face, she's volunteered for us before. And I want to introduce Mark Ruppert, who is the um, founder of the 48-hour film project. he is the one that we wouldn't be here if he hadn't come up with it. And his sister's joining us, Christina Ruppert, and she'll be helping with the drawings in a little bit. So, Mark, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Iris. Greetings, everybody. I'm glad to be here with you at the kickoff, as I said, for the very first U.S. city of 2020. And again, congratulations to you, Iris, for all the great work you've done in putting this together and making it happen. I know that your filmmakers really appreciate you, and we appreciate your efforts in what you're bringing to this very first ever online kickoff. The reason we're doing the online kickoff, the online drop-off, is your safety. Everybody does not need to be told we're in the middle of the pandemic. Some states are doing better, some are getting worse. Our main focus for you all is safe. And as Iris said, safe sets, that's an S-E-T-S, set, is very important. So we're counting on you to keep yourself safe, to follow all the protocols, all the mask wearing, hand washing, everything that you need to do to ensure that you're not causing an issue for yourself or your team. What I wanted to specifically go over right now, share my screen with you, is the very new this year is our uploading for Sunday night. You no longer have to race your film across town to bring it into Iris and put it in her hand, but you will be able to do it online. So the two main things here. We look at step one on the screen. You must go to the 48hourfilm.com website and complete your wrap-up form. At a minimum, we need a title and a genre. If you don't do that, then when you go to Cinema 48 to upload, you won't be recognized. So you first go to 48hourfilm.com, the wrap-up form, enter your information. Then when you go over to Cinema 48, when you log in, you will see your film in the film manager. You'll see your title. So then you click on that. So looking at step two here, the browser, we're recommending that you use not use Safari, but use something like Firefox or Chrome, much more stable. You go to Cinema 48, you're going to need to create an account. You do need to use the same email that you use to create your 48-hour film account. So that's another important step. Once you're there, you go to the film manager in the upper right-hand corner. You should see your film. You select it, and there'll be a couple of entry forms to add your film information. So you click on that, you enter the film information, I believe it's genre, maybe a couple of other fields, and you save that. Now you're ready for your upload. So click on the upload film, click on select file, and you will find that the requirements of size and specs for your files are on the Greensboro webpage on our website. Your maximum size for your file on Sunday night should be 2 gigs. The first thing that's going to happen, and this is a safety precaution here, is that the system will calculate a checksum code, and this will be unique not only to you, but to that specific file. So usually that process takes less than 1 or 2 minutes. You should probably give yourself some extra time, but that's a very quick process, and it's much shorter than the entire upload process. Once the system has generated that code, and it will give you a timestamp. So as long as we have that code and the timestamp before 7:30, your film is on time, okay? What happens next is the system automatically begins the upload of your film. 99% of the time, that's all that needs to happen. You'll see a green success bar at the end of the successful upload. Every once in a while, whether it's due to traffic or due to something locally, if you have bad internet connection or a storm or something, the transmission might get interrupted. Don't panic. As long as we already have the checksum, you can begin your upload after the deadline. The caveat is it must be the exact same file. If you send us a file with even 1 frame changed, that's going to generate a different checksum. And if the 2 checksums don't match, then you no longer have an on-time film. So very important. If for any reason your upload gets interrupted, start it again with the exact same file. All right, once you've clicked and uploaded your film, you will upload your documents. So don't forget those. The paperwork is always important. There'll be a button there that says upload your paperwork. And as a reminder, your film needs to be in by 7:30, but you can upload the documents after 7:30 as long as they're on Sunday evening. What are some of the troubleshooting tips? One I've already told you is be sure that your email you use for your cinema48.com account is the same one you use to register your team. The other one is the wrap-up form must be done first. And finally, we have some people who, if they registered for Cinema 48 on earlier and then go back to it on Sunday, you need to log out and log back in on Sunday. So if you have any trouble, just try that first. There's no reason that you can't do your wrap-up form early on Sunday. You don't need to wait until 7 p.m. or 7:25 p.m. to do your wrap-up form. Once you have a title and some of your other information, usually by Sunday afternoon, you can do it then. That doesn't have to wait till the last minute. This document you should have received has a little bit more of a description of the checksum process. But what we've tried to do is design for you a system that is simple and foolproof. So I hope that that you appreciate this this new change for this year, and we look forward to seeing your films next week. I want to wish every single one of you a lot of fun and good luck, and I hope it's a great weekend.
Yay! Thank you, Mark. I appreciate that. Um, I wanted to mention, I was just talking to Wouter, who he's in the Netherlands, and he's the one that created the Cinema 48 system that we're using. And he 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 was making sure I was straight on everything, and he mentioned that you can use your phone to access Cinema 48. And so if you have documents that you're uploading and you're on Cinema 48, you can actually take your phone and take pictures of those documents and upload them straight to the system, which I think is cool. I know some people were worried because they don't have scanners and things like that. So yes, you can submit JPEGs for your documents if you don't have a scanner. And if you have any questions over the weekend, of course, you can always, you know, I'm going to tell you again how to reach me. How are we doing on people, Jen?
Okay, is anyone here from Be Kind Films? Because we're missing that one for check-in. And also, Elric Mabry, I have sent you a private message that you haven't seen. So please take a look.
Okay, and if either of those are here, you can also go into the chat and just check in, or if somebody is here. PDFs are good too. Jane, you asked that question. And Rick reminded me, we have 4 of our former recipients of the Stephen Hires Endowment, which is the scholarship program that we've had. Sydney Dye, Isaac Dye, Clay Fettner, and Adric Baumgartner, and they're all here tonight. So yay! These young people are just amazing. And then, okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna let Jen get that straightened out. I want to go over a couple of more things with you real quickly. Let me share my screen here. Nope, wait a minute. Hit the right button, Iris. That's not right. All right, wait a minute. Okay. Now let's see if it'll let me share. No. Oh, okay. I have to share. All right. I'm glad y'all are more technical than I am. Okay. So for the kickoff, every team leader should have gotten this form probably more times than you wanted it, but I wanted to make sure you had it. So you've got a place where you can record your genre and all. Always refer to the official filmmaking rules and competition rules on the website if you've got questions. And also the frequently asked questions section has some good information. But as always, you can call the hotline, which sounds official. It's me, 336-312-0497. And I will answer. If I don't answer, leave me a message and I'll call you back. It's better to do that. It's better to call and or text rather than use email, because I might not get to the email as quickly. If it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you need help, call me. It's fine. If I usually I'll hear it and we'll wake up, or sometimes I'm even already awake at 2 a.m. But whenever you need help, call. And it don't feel like you're calling too late or too early or whatever, because you're the one that needs something. I'm willing to help. And if for some reason I don't get to it fast enough, call again. Or but I will do my best to stay on top of it and call you back quickly if I don't answer. In order to be in the competition, which that means to be judged, your film to be judged, it has to be submitted by 7:30 on Sunday. And we've already gone through that with the upload and stuff. But if for some reason you have problems and your film is going to be uploaded late, that's okay. We still want it because we're still going to show it and it'll still be voted on by the audience. So, and yes, we will have audience voting, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. So you're still up for the audience award. We want your films. Don't give up, even if you're turning it in a little late. And we've got the final version of your film. It should be less than 2 gigabytes, and it should, or 2 gigabytes maximum. And typical MOV file, or what's the other one? My mind just went blank. QuickTime or MP4. Sorry about that. And then and that's on the website as well. Okay, so that's that. And we did the upload. Okay. Can y'all, let me get back to this. Can y'all see the slate instructions, or do I need to reshare that?
We can see it.
Okay, thank you. All right, so the slate instructions, your film should start with 5 seconds of black. You're going to have a title card, which is just going to be a slate that has your team name, film title, genre, date, and city on it. And then the next one's going to have, this film was made for the 48-hour film project 2020, and the website address. Then 2 seconds of black, and then you're going to put your film. We're asking, and if you don't do this, it's not going to disqualify your film or anything like that. It's just helpful to my editor. If you can save your film in this format, go by the group letter that you're in, and then put your team name and your film name. For example, if StumblePacks is in group A and they make a film called Super Alien Heroes, the file name would be a.StumblePacks.SuperAlienHeroes.MOV or MP4. And then there's another example with Attempting Fate in group B, and they make a film called Fate Schmate. The file name would be b.attemptingfate.fateschmate.mp4. Say that 10 times fast. He also gave some audio information, and a lot of people don't have, if you're doing Final Cut Pro, this isn't going to work for you. You're going to have to eyeball where your little scaly thing. See, I'm so technical. You have the little bars that tell you where your sound is, and you just have to eyeball it. But for other forms, they sometimes have the levels where you can actually do the level reading on your conversation levels. So he's going with a conversation level of 30 dB or minus 30 dB when he's doing the final screenings. Don't get too hung up about it. It just makes it smoother and easier so that when all the films are screening, they're all at the same level. So people, at least on computers, they can turn their sound up and down, or, you know, if they're, however they're viewing the films when we have the screenings. But to try to keep them from having to mess with the volume too much, that's why we want to get the sound levels. And then, of course, 24 frames per second. So that said, let's see. And then you've got, yeah, you got the place to do that. I did that. All right. So let me stop sharing. There we go. Any questions on that? Oh, Jay's here. Be Kind Films. Yay. And MP4, thank you for somebody trying to remind me. I couldn't see the chat at the time. All right. So we have 25 teams. Yay. That is incredible. And two groups, we put them in two groupings. We've got, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into just a couple other last minute things I want to tell you. We're not missing anyone anymore, right, Jen?
Nope, we're all good.
Yeah, so everybody's represented here. For the screenings, they will be next Friday and next Saturday at 7 o'clock both evenings. I will send team leaders the information needed so that they'll get like 2 free passes to get into the screenings. The screenings are being done on the platform with gather.com. It's GATHR.com. And the screening starts at 7 o'clock, so you need to be logged in to see it at 7 o'clock. And then it'll start, and then after the screening, they'll transfer us to a Q&A, and we'll be able to do Q&A with the filmmakers. Our only limitation is it's not like an open Zoom room like this is. They can only do like 4 people at a time, plus me, because I got to moderate with the questions. So we'll rotate people out, and I'm going to send you those instructions next week. I don't want you to worry about it. Just know that you'll get some time to represent your team. If for some reason you're not going to be at your screening and you don't have anybody that you want to take your place, we can actually do some sort of clip where you can say what you want to say, and they'll show it in your stead of being there personally. But again, more information, but you will get your ticket information, links to tell other people if they want to buy tickets to get in and that sort of thing. So I'll send all that to you, but it'll probably be Monday. All right. Also, just a word of advice, get a paper wrangler, so to speak. Get somebody to keep track of your forms. That's hard to do, but although since probably you're working with less people, maybe that'll be a little easier than it usually is, but still, it's nice to have somebody else keeping up with all your paperwork. Remember, everybody that comes on your set needs to sign a waiver. Also, let's see, we recommend no guns. I know you've heard this from me before, but there have been instances where teams are shooting a film with shooting in it, and police have come up on them and drawn their guns, telling the actors to drop their guns, and you know, it could have been disastrous. So we don't want that to happen to you. You know, and think about like your neighbors. You know, if you've got a nosy grandma next door, make sure she knows what you're doing so she's not calling the police on you going, these people are running around in the backyard with guns. You know, you don't want that to happen. So we recommend that you don't use guns, be safe with them, and make sure your neighbors know what you're up to. So if you're running around in the yard, they don't think, you know, and somebody's screaming or whatever, that they know you're making a film. Okay, so we're getting ready to do the genre draw, so to speak, but it's not a real drawing this year. We're going to do something a little different. And you will get 2 genres, and you pick whether you want to use one, the other, or both together. It's your choice, and you don't have to tell us which one you're going to do until you submit your wrap-up form. And you know what? Okay, I need to escape so I can look. What I did was I took all of your names and I randomized them. You can go to randomizer.com or something like that. And I put everybody in group A in that randomizer and said, give me a new order. So I'm just going to read the names in the order that I have them. And if you can unmute yourself, that would be awesome if you're going to be drawing, because it's going to be harder for me to find everybody. Josh Partington, just say yes if you're there. He's with PB and JP.
Like a serious name? Yes. Give me one of those.
Is Josh there? Oh, I see PB and JP. There you are. Okay. So the spinner with the purple is group 1, and the spinner with the yellow center is genre group 2. And so Christina is going to do our spinning. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. Okay, so let's give it a shot. This is for PB and JP.
That's fun.
I was thinking it was another spectrum.
Romance and subculture. Yeah. All right. So you good with that? Okay. Next. Jen,
No,
let us know if we go too fast.
Oh, you could choose between
You're
one.
fine.
Okay. Next, we've got J. Burkholder, Be Kind Films. Yay. Good to go, Jay?
Yep.
I love that chuckle. Okay. All right. Next is Trevor Burkholder with 100% Certified Organic Studios. Trevor is the team leader. Jay and Trevor are brothers, and they are competing against each other.
Okay, we're off mute, okay? Mystery. Musical. You're gonna cut that one.
Mystery and musical. Some people embrace musicals, you know, it's up to you. Okay, ready for the next one? Stacy Lane with The Ritz. And if I'm not calling out the right person, let me know, Jen.
Yes.
Not too tragic, I guess. Then everybody's talking what they're. Okay. Next, Elric Mabry, Midnight Sun Designs.
Can you see me? Hello, can you hear me? Can you see me?
I can hear you.
Alrighty.
Comedy and politics film.
Those go hand in hand pretty well.
And political film.
All right. So you good with that?
Yep.
Next.
You got my email too? I just sent my email also.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Thank you. I haven't checked it, but I'm sure it's fine. Okay. I know what that's about. All right. So next, Tony Prestwood, Astro Jane Productions.
I'm ready.
Hey.
You too, man. What you talking about?
We need to
Let's see.
I'm just good with facial expressions. That's it.
film and Fish Out of Water.
Family film and Fish Out of Water.
All right.
Okay. And if you're mute and unmute yourselves if you would as we go through so we can hear. Okay, cool. Next, Triangle Muslims Fly High Productions.
Hello,
Hey, who we got?
Beth Roberts.
Beth. Okay. Yeah, we emailed earlier.
Yes.
We got internet again.
Buddy film and silent film.
Oh,
Buddy.
interesting.
All right, y'all be quiet.
Oh. That's a tough one. Okay. Let's see. All right, I'm trying to find my. All right. Next is Tanya Pettigrew, Mendicant's Delirium.
Hello.
Ew.
Action adventure. And Western.
All right.
Those go hand in hand well too. I like it when they kind of match, you know.
Yeah, my youngest nephew has a whole trunk full of weapons, so it should be good.
Oh God. Now Tanya, we just had that discussion. Oh,
It's got
just be
kinds of
safe.
different stuff. It should be awesome. We'll be good.
Good. Okay. Evan Wade with Stumble Packs.
Here, I'm here.
Yay.
Hey, guys.
After this weekend, Evan's going to have 1,000 hours in 48.
Still. Yes. Good Lord.
Hey.
Here until more. All right, thank you guys. Whatever.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
We're here.
Next, Chadwick Thompson, Foster Wick Films.
We're gonna have to be fair. It has to be Fillmore.
We ready?
Did it.
Hey, unmute Evan, or mute Evan.
Sorry, I'm there muting.
Coming of age.
Coming of age.
Okay. All right, guys. Olivia Mathai with Unusual Horse Productions. Sorry, I know that's confusing when you've got two Olivias. Unusual Horse Productions.
Here. Ready?
Yay. Okay.
Sci-fi and martial arts.
That's interesting. Okay. Ready? Next one is Rick Earl, General Pictures.
I'm here.
Fantasy and road movie.
And okay, great. And last but not least, Angela Gigi Walton with Birthday Suit Productions.
Hi.
Hey.
Comedy and vacation holiday film.
Good combo.
Thank you.
All right, everybody good with that then? So we're ready to go to Group B. I'm gonna move it along kind of quickly because I know we're getting close to time here. All right. New spinners for Group B. And then when we're done with this, you'll get your elements that need to be included in the film. Dun, dun, dun.
All right, Iris, I'm ready.
Okay. Brian Doughton, The Tempting Fate. Yay! Brian's in the house.
Family film and vacation holiday film.
Your films are always family films, even when they're not. Okay, Braden Robert's Colonel Popcorn Productions.
Here we are.
Yay.
Superhero and subculture film.
All righty. Abby Burris, Hidden Lion.
Drama and martial arts.
Very cool. You got that, Abby? This is your first year leading the team. Okay, great. Okay, Jason McGinnis, Blue Bear Productions.
Hey, I'm here.
Buddy film and tragedy.
Okay, so that was Jason. So next is Evan Emerson, Under the Radar Films.
Present.
Yay.
Present.
Thank you for letting us know.
Action, adventure, and politics film.
Cool. Okay, so you got some decisions to make. Next, Will Davis, Florida Films.
We are here.
Yay.
Mystery and film noir.
Okay.
Those go well hand in hand, actually. Okay, Olivia Mungall.
All right, here.
Yes.
We got the same thing, basically.
Yes.
Sci-fi and western.
Okay.
Yay. All right. Isaac Dye, Saturn Studios.
Here.
Yay.
Horror and food film.
All right. Have fun with that one. And Clay Fettner, Vengeful Dove Productions.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing, Clay?
Good. How are y'all?
Doing great.
Comedy and silent film.
Awesome. All right, good luck with it. Aaron Randall, Bottom Shelf Films.
Yes, ma'am.
Aren't you glad you didn't have to drive all the way to Greensboro?
Yes.
Dark comedy and road movie.
Okay. Thanks. And Randy Harris, 13th Pygmy Productions.
Big money, no whammies.
Time travel movie and climate film.
Really, climate film?
It's a hot one. No.
In my backyard, you know that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's a good place for climate film. It's kind of muggy today anyway.
One thing
Okay. All right, John, I am not going to butcher your last name. Torch Film Productions, last but not least.
Yes.
Film de Femme and soap opera telenovela.
Oh, interesting. Cool beans. So everybody's got their genres. Let me. Oh, wait a minute. Cancel that. Make that small. I'm getting my stuff switched over here. So with that, you've got your genres. You're already thinking about it, and I know you want the elements, which are the character, prop, and line of dialogue. And let me share my screen again, find that. And we'll do this and share and go from beginning. Come on, there we go. Okay, so everybody can see the blue envelope, right?
Yes.
Okay, so who is the character this year? The character is Sydney or Sonia Lichtenstein, and they are a customer representative. So you can use Sydney or Sonia or both, and their occupation needs to be a customer service representative. Lichtenstein, okay? And again, these elements will be on the website after 8 o'clock. And I can, if anybody needs them, but I'm leaving this up for a second because I know that's one heck of a last name if anybody needs to write it down or take a screenshot or something. Okay. So next, we're going to the prop. You ready? The prop is toilet paper. What else would you do for a movie this time? Toilet paper.
Is there a supply printing prepared for us?
You know, no, but I'm thinking I could probably print out awards on toilet paper. No, afraid not. You're gonna be. That's one thing you have to go on a scavenger hunt if you're running low on it. But yes, toilet paper. It's getting better in stock now. And finally, the line of dialogue. I'm actually weirder than you think. I'm actually weirder than you think. That's a scary thought on my part. Okay, so do I need to repeat any of that? I'm going to unmute people. So if you want, I tried to unmute people, but some people might not have their settings different. So is there any questions, anything that you need help with right now?
Yeah, you card quick. Hey, Iris, I had a question. You put up that nice This is Evan with StumblePacks. You put up that nice form that showed like all the slate information. Was that emailed to us, or will that be available? Because I know my editor has asked for that, so you can work on that information.
Yes, I did email it to you.
Yeah,
And
I'll check it out.
You should have gotten it this afternoon, and it was in a previous email. But I can do it again. I don't mind.
No problem. No, I'll check my email. I have a bunch to look through. I just want to make sure I had it. Okay. Thank you.
I know, and that's something else. I want to thank everybody for putting up with all the emails. Yes, Will.
Don't speak. He just said that.
Everybody
Never
good?
mind. Never mind. Sorry.
Never mind. Okay. So yeah, I know I sent y'all a bunch of emails, but it was just trying to, because we are having to communicate like this, trying to keep everybody on board. So you're armed with your info, you got your genres, you got everything. Have fun, be safe, both in the pandemic and in general. Be safe and stay healthy. And we'll look for your films on Sunday, and I'll probably do some sort of live stream from Facebook or something just to kind of update people on what's happening around 7:30. Let me know if you need any help. Good luck.
Iris, I
Good
do
luck,
have a
guys.
question.
Yes.
Okay, my question is, there will always be discrepancies between Liechtenstein and Liechtenstein. Is there going to be any variable?
That's not a problem, because you're right.
Okay.
Some people say Stein, some people say Steen, some people say tomato, some people say tomato.
Right.
Is it Frankenstein or is it Frankenstein? I'm not sure.
Yes, Frankenstein.
Yeah, but people will argue that, and I just didn't want that to be a, even if it ran as a joke in the film. I just didn't want it to be a negative.
Fine. Yes, no, that won't be a problem.
I think an homage to Mel Brooks would be fine.
Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
No. We're talking about when you're sniping at somebody and you see your reflection. That's the light from the other person's sniper.
Is that a question for me, or is that for somebody talking?
Question. So does the character physically have to be there, or can they be a voice? Can Sydney be just a voice, or do they have to be?
Camping again. Oh my God! He no-scoped me with it.
The who, what now? Okay, say that again.
I think she has Sydney have to be seen.
Yes, the character needs to be seen on screen.
So they can be like a voice in a box.
No, they need to be seen. And you don't, I mean, it's not like you've got to get in their face and call them by their name and go, aren't you the customer service representative, Miss Liechtenstein or Stein or whatever that's. You don't have to do that, but we have to understand that that's who the person is and that that is what their job is. Some people don't ever show the person doing their job on the screen. They'll just refer to it. Oh my God, if I had to answer one more customer service question, I'd die. You know, that kind of thing. Then we'd know, oh, they're a customer service rep. And we would know that that's the character, but we have to see them. We don't necessarily have to have their name labeled and emblazoned across their chest or anything. Okay, any other questions? We good?
Yes.
Awesome, Iris. Thank you.
Ready to film?
So what do we
All right, I'll let y'all go. Thank you so much.